food stamps. This is going to be a quick one, y'all. We only going to do this for 10 minutes. We're going to do that for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Food stamps. Did y'all know that the majority of food stamp recipients are able to work and choose not to? That's what the report is saying. Hold on. Before we get into this, do y'all remember these food stamps, the ones that's at the bottom? See, now I think they got the bridge card. Do they got anything different than a bridge card? They got something different than a bridge card? Because I remember when I was growing up and we would go to the corner store and the people would give the food stamps. They would give the actual food stamps like it was real money. You just sent me the interview. Thank you, Jamal Fowler. I appreciate you. Food stamps, man, it's different now. Now they got the debit card. They out here selling their food stamps for pennies on a dollar. And I heard that the majority of the people that get food stamps can work and choose not to work. Check it out, y'all.
There used to be a time when people worked for the American dream, but now more and more want it handed to them on a silver platter via government programs, of course.
Adjusted for inflation, food stamp spending is up about 60% since 2019, just down slightly from pandemic-era highs. And according to the
food stamp spending is up 60% since 2019. That's only 5 years. So y'all spending 60% more on food stamps than y'all did during the Trump administration?
USDA data from that organization, more than half of working age food stamp recipients are able-bodied adults who do not work.
That's insane.
Here to react is Committee to Unleash Prosperity co-founder, the great Steve Moore. Steve, this is an issue, and I was in the campaign trail. It come up a lot because Americans have open hearts, good hearts. They want to help people in times of need. But when you have able-bodied men and women in their working years who are sitting at home playing PlayStation and watching Netflix, and they're going to work, they get burning mad.
Yeah, look, this is an outrage. And, you know, when we had COVID, what happened was millions and millions of Americans went on to food stamps in an unusual number because so many businesses were shut down. And then what happened, Sean, and Dagan, is a lot of them never got off. You know, they said, hey, this is pretty good. I can get food stamps. I can get all these other government benefits, rental assistance, and so on. And, you know, those benefits could pay as much as an $80,000 a year job. And so here we are in 2024 in an economy that is not in recession. There are problems with the economy, but there are jobs out there. And these welfare recipients, especially food stamps recipients, as you said, who are able-bodied, they're able to work, they just won't work because, you know, they've got this cushy chair called welfare benefits, and that's not what the American people want.
I remember during the pandemic, they was giving out them STEMI checks. I forgot how much they had gave out, but they was giving out STEMI checks during the pandemic. And I never got one. So I'm looking across the street. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. I'm looking across the street. See if I can get this for y'all. Hold on. Looking across the street, and you see that guy right there? He's right there in the corner. Homie is over there smoking crack. You see him walking around? Dude smoking crack, pissing in the corner, right behind the building. I just gave that dude $10 the other day, bro. I just gave him $10. No kidding, man. I'm telling you. Him right there. I just gave him, look at him. Now he's sitting down, smoking crack. Come on, family. Get up. Get up. Don't be down there smoking crack. Come on, man. Don't smoke crack behind the store. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. So a lot of y'all be asking me, Anton, what do you be looking at when you see people walk by? Well, I see people walk by and I see them walk down the street and stuff like that. So, yeah, I see them walk past and walk down the street, and then I can see the city in the distance. But yeah, man, homie in the corner smoking crack. Come on, man. Don't be smoking crack. And I'm sure he get food stamps, which feed into the bigger issue and the thing that we talking about right now, right? Again, people are out here getting food stamps. People are out here getting food stamps, running up a bag. Y'all said he not sitting down, he taking a dump. They out here getting food stamps, running up a bag, and taking advantage of the system. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that people are out here taking advantage of the system. That doesn't bode well for our economy. It doesn't bode well for the community. Let's continue.
There used to be a
interest on the national debt is soaring past $500 billion. According to the Center for a Responsible Federal Budget, debt interest is on track to top $870 billion this year, up from $345 billion just 4 years ago. This is a death spiral.
Yeah, it sure is. And it's happening for two reasons. The one obvious one is that Biden had a $6 trillion spending spree, and every penny of that was borrowed. And so obviously your debt costs go up. But the other thing that's happened, remember, is that interest rates have gone way up because of that spending spree. So we have to pay more to borrow. And the cost of turning that debt over gets higher and higher. I think, I forget that number that you just cited for the debt, but interest on payment. But I'm here to tell you, if we stay on this path, within a few years, that number is going to be $1 trillion a year just to pay debt. Interest. I mean, come on. You don't get any health care from that. You don't get any, national defense from that. You don't get transportation, schools, just to pay the debt. This is a recipe for total disaster. And by the way, I want to say, I think both parties, unfortunately, are responsible for the spending spree. Neither party wants to cut spending, Sean. I hate to say that about your former colleagues in Congress, but even the Republicans are spending like drunken sailors.
They're both responsible, Steve, but one party is more responsible than the other party. Let's be clear on that. But both have some blame. You talked to President Trump quite a bit. Does he understand the death spiral? Will he do what's necessary to fix this problem? Because to your point, when we're at $1 trillion a year in debt, you're never getting out. The consequences are so painful. No politician is ever going to do it. So will Trump do what's necessary to fix this problem?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be able to find about $500 billion of just waste, fraud, and abuse right off the start. All these green energy programs that Biden has spent hundreds of billions, I think we can get rid of those immediately. And then, of course, we want to grow this economy faster.
Yeah.
One of the ways to bring the debt down is to put people back to work, produce more energy. That'll produce more tax revenue. So, yeah, that is a high priority for us to bring that deficit down as quickly as we can, or else we're headed, I'm going to say it again, $1 trillion a year in interest payments.
That's insane. And all of that comes out of y'all pocket, right? They're not just saying $1 trillion in interest payments and that's just the end of the conversation. That actually comes out of y'all pocket. So what happens is they got to tax you more in order for them to continue to do the same things that they have been doing. And it's just going to cost the government more money, which basically costs you more money. Look, we need people in office that's fiscally responsible also. We need people in office that don't just close off the borders, that don't just hand out a bunch of money. When y'all got a lot of those student loans allegedly forgiven, where you think that money come from? Whose pockets do you think that come out of? It doesn't even matter. It's a class war anyway. Eventually, everybody is going to be living in a hut, asking for government handouts, and we're going to be in a socialist economy anyway. So I guess it really don't matter. It's coming sooner rather than it is later. So again, national debt is exploding. Most people, over 60-something% of people that have the ability to be able to work don't, and they choose to get food stamps instead. It's just all bad. It's bad out here in these streets, all right? It's horrible out here in these streets.